Hey, manifestors, I'm early. I'm early so I can start right at 1 o'clock. Happy Monday. And as you come on, if you're watching on the replay, go ahead and put replay and let us know where in the world you are manifesting from, what city, what state, what continent are you manifesting from? If this is your first time joining me, I'm Mercedes. And yes, you're manifesting with Mercedes. I'm on early, y'all, just so I make sure I got the camera and the internet connection and everything is good. So while we're waiting for it to roll up on 1 o'clock straight up, go ahead and let me know where in the world you're manifesting from. And also, if you know someone who is getting along with just enough because they won't ask for more, go ahead and invite them to join us and or allow this live conversation to show up on your page. So go ahead and share it. As you come in, give each other some manifesting love, right? Send some manifesting energy with some hearts and some thumbs up, and just share the love, share the energy with each other. Today, when we get started, we're talking about you're getting along with just enough because you won't ask for more. You're getting along with just enough because you won't ask for more. So as you come in, yes, go ahead and share some manifesting hearts. Send each other some good energy. Share those hearts. Share those thumbs up. Invite other people to have this conversation with us. One thing I'm certain of, as I've done this work and as I have existed on this planet for many decades, is a lot of times we don't get what we want, WANT, because we won't, WONT, ask for it. And there's a reason why you won't ask for it, right? So I'm going to tell you when, I'm going to tell you why, and I'm going to share with you, I'm going to offer you what to do to shift it. So as soon as we roll up on the top of the hour, we're going to have this amazing discussion about you're getting along with just enough because you won't ask for what you want. So as you come in, go ahead and share. And listen, those of you who became subscribers/supporters, thank you so much. When you see the badge on this video or badge on another video or a picture, if you will click it and become a supporter, it helps me in the amazing work that I do. So thank you all who already have. And those of you who would consider, I would greatly appreciate it. So we got 2 minutes. We're going to get rolling in 2 minutes, and we're having a quick conversation about you're getting along with just enough because you won't ask for more, right? You're getting along with just enough because you won't ask for more. And I'm going to share with you when this happens, why this happens, and I'm going to offer to you, if you make the decision that you do want more, I'm gonna offer to you some specific things that you can do to begin to shift so that you can get what you desire and get what you deserve. And even above that, so that you can get what we are promised simply because we believe. So let me know where in the world you are tuning in from, where are you manifesting from, what city, what state, what country, what continent. All right. We got 1 minute. You still have time to share with your folks. Invite your folks to come in. listen to this conversation, allow this post to appear on your page so that more people can see it and so that we can manifest what we desire and manifest what we deserve. Listen, if you want more information about me, the work I do, the results that have been produced from people working with me, you can go to manifestmoreresults.com, manifestmoreresults.com. And when you're ready for a conversation about how you can manifest more results, just fill out the little form and we'll set up a time to talk. All right, y'all, it's 1 o'clock up and down. So you're getting along with just enough because you won't ask for more. And again, as you come in, share where in the world you're manifesting from, what city, what state, what city, what state, what continent, what country, what continent. Go ahead and give each other some manifesting love. Share those hearts. Share that manifesting energy. Share those thumbs up and then allow this to appear on your page. So when we talk about you're getting along with just enough because you won't ask for more, what are we talking about? We're talking about in everyday life, right? We're talking about in everyday life, and we're talking about in manifesting. So you often will hear people say, if I can get just enough to pay this house payment, or if I can get just enough to pay my child's tuition, or if I can get just enough. And then you're flabbergasted when you keep getting just enough. When you make the house payment and there's nothing left over. When you pay rent and there's nothing more to like have fun and enjoy and live your life with. Yes, we know you're thankful for the house payment, the car payment, and the rent payment. Yes, we know you're thankful. But that's what many of you have said and what many people call living paycheck to paycheck. That's what many people will term living below the promises, right? And so many times we don't get what we need. We don't get what we want. We don't get those my cup runneth over blessings. And we don't live a good measure, pressed down, shaken together, running over lifestyle because we keep asking for just enough. There was a big to-do about this lady who was a recruiter on LinkedIn, right? I don't know what this thing is, keep popping up on my screen. There was a recruiter on LinkedIn, right? And she did this grand post and they pummeled her about it, right? But she did this grand post saying that somebody asked for, I don't remember the exact number, just go with me, okay? Somebody asked for $85,000 when she had budgeted like $100,000. And the people were saying, first of all, you shouldn't be posting it. But second of all, if you had that much money to give to somebody for a salary, why didn't you give it? Her response was, and I'm not saying anything right, wrong, good, bad, or indifferent. I'm making the point of what we're talking about today. You're getting along with just enough because you won't ask for more. So what she said in response to people saying you should have just given what was budgeted, what she said was, I don't have time to train everybody and do a course in negotiating salaries. The person should have known what to ask for. But the truth is that's not uncommon, y'all. That happens in many cases in our society with salaries, especially for women, with compensation, especially for Black women. Many times we don't get what we want. We don't get what we deserve. And yes, many times it's because of the disparities, but a lot of times, y'all, it's because we don't ask for what we want. We don't ask for what we desire. A number of years ago, there was a first lady who was having a preacher's wife, a pastor's wife, who was having a lock-in for some young girls. And so I went in like late over in the night and I asked them this question. And one of the little girls said, "You get what you get and you be thankful for it." Like, that's what our little girls are being taught. I said, "Who told you that?" She said, "My teacher told me." She said she was handing out something and she gave the little girl a blue whatever it was, and the little girl wanted a pink whatever it was, and she said, "Can I have a pink one?" And the teacher said, "You get what you get and you be thankful for it." And so many times in our existence, we're just thankful to get a job if we need one. We're just thankful to get the new contract if that's what we've been praying for. We're just thankful to get to the table or to get to the opportunity for an open door. But the truth is, you want more, you desire more, and ma'am, sir, can I just say, you deserve more. But when we're talking about jobs, or even whether it's a job or you run a nonprofit, right? Many times in nonprofits, now we're not talking about these higher tier, long existing nonprofit organizations, but we're talking about grassroots organizations who generally, when they're fundraising to keep the doors open. Generally, when they're fundraising because they need some supplies, they need some materials, and without fundraising, either the organization is going to go without, or the children, the people, the less fortunate, whatsoever service they provide, or whoever it is they take care of, they're going to go without that fundraising. Well, many times what happens is, can I just tell y'all the truth? Somebody who was in nonprofit management and nonprofit consulting for more than 25 years, many times they get a big bucks to them and we get what's left over, right? And while 25,000, 50,000, 100,000, that's a lot of money. But it's not a lot of money in the grand scheme of the millions upon millions upon millions of dollars that are being given out. Let me tell you why I got ticked off about probably about 4 or 5 years ago. And a lot of different elements came into play, but I came across a statistic that said in the southeastern part of the United States of America, which is where I am, in the southeastern part of the United States of America, organizations that are started by, run by, and that benefit Black women get less than 0.5% of all of the donations made, less than 0.5% of all of the grant funding that is given out. And while we have to contend with major issues, again, as it relates to disparity, the truth is many times we don't specifically ask for what we know and what we need. Now, positioning ourselves to get it is a whole nother conversation. But whether it's a job, whether it's a nonprofit organization, whether it's in a relationship, y'all, sometimes you don't get what you want, whether it's a personal relationship or professional relationship. You don't get what you want because you don't say it. And I hear so many people say, well, I shouldn't have to tell my boss what I want and what I need. They're my employer. They should know. Well, here's what. If they're doing what they have always done, they don't know to give you what you want, need, and desire. Sometimes you've got to open up your mouth and you have to tell them. In a relationship with a significant other, with a romantic partner, I sometimes hear people say, you may have said it yourself, I shouldn't have to tell him what I want. I shouldn't have to tell her what to get me. I shouldn't have to tell them. Yes, you do. If they are doing what they have always done in every other relationship, which most people do, when it comes to you, since you're a different person, you have to tell them what makes you feel special. You have to tell them. And I know these relationship experts will tell you, and it's the truth, if you listen to people, they will let you know. If you listen to people, they will tell you what they need. Here's what we can X out all of that guessing and ciphering and estimating, right? Just tell people what you want. Just tell them what you need. And personal and professional, in manifesting and in everyday life, y'all, we many times don't get what we want, what we desire, because we don't say it, or we identify just enough to get us through. Well, if you want more money, then you have to ask for more money. If you want more clients, then you have to ask for more clients. If you want more sales, if you want more donations, if you want more support, you have to ask for more of whatsoever it is you want, need, and desire versus just enough or not at all. So the 3 things I told you I'm going to share with you in this quick chat is win. So I just gave you the win. In manifesting and in everyday life, most people ask for just enough if they ask for anything at all. Most people do like the little girl at the lock-in, and they get what they get and they remain thankful for it. If you just tuning in, I'm Mercedes, and you're manifesting with Mercedes. If you want to know more information about me, go to manifestmoreresults.com. If you want to have a conversation with me about how you can manifest more, go to manifestmoreresults.com. Remember to let me know where in the world you're manifesting from, what city, what state, what country, what continent. So why? Why do you ask for just enough instead of asking for more? Why do you contend with a cup half full? Call it what you want, half full or half empty. It ain't running over. Why do you contend with that instead of getting to the place of an empty cup? Why do you accept less than what you desire and what you deserve? Y'all, it is all based on what you believe, right? So a belief is just a thought that you keep thinking over and over again. And whether that thought and that belief came from your parents and your grandparents, whether that thought and that belief came from the circle of people that you now run in, whether that's personal or professional, whether those thoughts and beliefs came from the church house or from college and university, or came from elementary school. A belief is just a thought that you keep thinking over and over again. Well, y'all, a collection of thoughts is what creates a paradigm. A paradigm is a collection of thoughts that create your habits. So whatsoever it is that you've been taught, whether you want it that way or not, right? Whether it's good or bad, positive, negative, a help or a hindrance. That paradigm, those collection of thoughts, is what drives your behaviors. It is how habits are created, right? So habits, collection of thoughts, a paradigm is what drives your behavior. So you've heard me say it 100 times more. If this is your first time joining me, I promise you're going to hear me say it 100 times more. And that's just this month or this quarter, right? Your behavior, by and large, most of it, you don't act consciously. You don't behave consciously. You just go about your life doing what you do because of what is embedded in your subconscious mind. So if you are at the point where you say, I want more than just enough. If you're at the point where you say, I want my cup to run over. If you're at the point where you say, I open up my big old mouth and ask for everybody else, right? I'm ready to be able to open up my mouth and ask for me, get for me, receive for me, manifest for me, pray for me, fill in the blank for me. Then specifically, I'm going to tell you what to do, right? So I told you when you're getting along with just enough because you won't ask for more. That's in manifesting and in everyday life. Why you do it is because you have a belief that is driven by a thought you've been thinking over and over. A collection of thoughts creates your paradigm. The paradigm is what causes you to have habits, do things habitually, and the habit is what ends up being your behavior. So how do you shift that? How do you get to the point where you ask for what you want and you're comfortable asking for what you want? Well, just track it backwards. The way you get back to or get to asking for what you want is you have to create a new belief. You have to create a new thought pattern. You have to create a new behavior. You have to create a new paradigm. First, y'all, you make the decision. You make the decision that if I'm supposed to have life and have it more abundantly, I'm making the decision it starts today. If I'm supposed to have people given to my bosom, good measure, pressed down, shaken together, and running over, I'm making the decision today that I'm not just going to say it and speak it and hallelujah it when I go to church. I'm making the decision that I am going to shift and change my paradigm so that it is so. I'm making the decision today that I already have permission to ask and it's given, to seek and I find, to knock and the door is open. And so if that's what I want to do all the days of my life, I'm making the decision today. So first you make the decision that paycheck to paycheck is not enough. Manifesting when I'm in dire straits, that's no longer acceptable to me. Accessing the promises when something has gone awry, those days are over for me. You have to make a decision that you truly want life and life more abundantly, that you truly want to walk in the wealthy place, that you truly want to physician heal thyself, use the power of your thoughts and your words to heal your body. First, you make the decision, y'all. Like, just because you're entertaining it in your conscious mind, that doesn't mean it's embedded in your heart and your mind and your spirit. Just because you go to church and turn to your neighbor, so you probably doing church on the internet now, just because the preacher told you to say something out loud and you said it, that doesn't mean it's in your heart, in your mind, and in your spirit. It might be coming out of your mouth, but that doesn't mean it's the paradigm, the collection of thoughts that's driving your behavior. So what do you do to shift your thoughts? Literally, y'all, you have to begin to speak what you desire to see made manifest in your own belief system and in your own behavior. So if that's I deserve more, I desire more, then you start to say it every single day. If that is I am valuable, I am worthy, you start to say it every single day. You start to write it every single day. And here's what I want you to know clearly. What I want you to know clearly is that saying it one time today and then saying it again tomorrow, when you see it scroll through the Mindset Management and Manifesting with Mercedes group, you say it one time, y'all, that's not enough, right? Right? So that's why in the group, if you're not in the Mindset Management and Manifesting with Mercedes group, click on the link and join the group. Those affirmations, those declarations that are posted every single day, don't just say them one time, but you say them over and over and over again until they become a part of your collective thoughts that drive your behavior. You write them. You turn your timer to 3 minutes. You write it 10 times, 20 times, 100 times. Pick a number. But when you learn how to count, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Count for your grandmama. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Count for the mailman. 1, 2, 3, 4. You were counting and counting and counting and counting till now it's a way of life. You can look at that picture on my wall that I'm looking at, and you can tell that it's 4 pieces of fruit on the other side of the grapes without even counting. It's second nature. Asking for more, asking for what you desire, asking for what you deserve. It's supposed to be a part of your everyday life. It's supposed to be second nature for you because it's a promise, y'all. It's a promise that we ask and it's given to us. Well, currently your paradigm says you ask for just enough. Currently your paradigm, for some of y'all, can we just tell the truth? So currently your paradigm says you don't ask for nothing. You don't open your mouth and you don't ask for nothing. Well, it's up to you to change that. It's up to you to shift that. It's up to you to correct that. If you want to see different behavior on your part, backtrack it. Then you have to create a different habit. How do you create a different habit? You create a different paradigm, a collection of thoughts. How do you create a different paradigm? You think something different over and over and over again until it drives your behavior. So make a decision, shift your thoughts. The third thing, y'all, is, so y'all know, I say mindset management and manifesting with mercy. There's proven principles, practical application, profound results. Well, part of the practical application is you actually practice doing what you're saying you have faith and belief in doing. So start with something small, right? You ready? Because we talked about this, I don't remember when, but one day last week, I don't remember when, but I quoted Dr. Wayne Dyer. And Dr. Wayne Dyer said, what you do in anything, you do in everything. And so if you become comfortable asking for more in the simple things, if you become comfortable asking for more in what some would consider the small things, then guess what? When it's time for you to ask for a raise, it becomes easier. When it's time for you to ask for support, it becomes easier. When it's time for you to sell something, to raise some money, to secure something, to get people to show up, it becomes easier. Why? Because you have made a habit. You have transformed, reprogrammed your own mind to realize that I can ask for what I want. And as a matter of fact, I can ask for more than enough. So I'm telling you something simple that you can do to begin to ask and to begin to ask for more, right? Simple. First of all, think about what you currently ask for with ease. And whatsoever it is you currently ask for with ease, ask for more, right? Ask for more. So if I'm doing this, right? And I say, make sure you invite somebody to join us, to watch in this conversation. Well, every time I come on here on Monday and on Thursday, I'm going to say, listen, while we're waiting for it to get to the top of the hour at 1 o'clock, go ahead and invite someone. So how do I maximize that? Well, now I'm going to ask you to invite 3 people, right? So who are the top 3 people you know need to stop getting along with just enough and ask for more? Tag those 3 people. Invite those 3 people. Send this video, this chat to their inbox. Those 3 people. Are you with me? So what is something you ask for regularly? Increase the number, increase the amount. This is increasing your habitual practices. But y'all, even the smallest of things, right? If you go to a meeting and they say, can I get you a bottle of water? The answer is yes. But guess what? The answer is yes. And as a matter of fact, I'm working on getting my water intake. Can I get 2 bottles of water? Ask for more, right? Fundraising studies tell us that people who give are the most inclined to give again. So when you give to larger nonprofit organizations, once you make that donation, guess what they do? They circle right back around and ask you to give again. But you just gave. They're asking for more because they know you're inclined to give. When you make that online purchase, they say, if you purchase 2, then you're going to get this much off. If you purchase 4, then you're going to get this much off. Sometimes you make the purchase and they send you an email. And they'll say, if you buy this much by this time, we're going to give you such, thus and such. Are y'all with me? The broader public, secular society, nonprofit organizations, they know to ask for more. And when? Right then. When I work with some organizations and they say, well, we just asked them for something, so ask them again. Well, you know they gave a large amount last time. Guess who's most inclined to give another large amount? The people who just gave. And oh, by the way, the ones who give a larger amount are also the ones who will connect you with their circle of influence to get them to help you. Y'all, if you are and here's why they do that. Because their paradigm tells them to ask for more. Their thought patterns and beliefs tell them it's okay for me to ask, and it's okay for me to ask for more. We have to get in our own hearts, minds, and spirits that it is okay for us to ask. So when somebody says, do you need a pen? You say, yes. As a matter of fact, I need a pen and a pencil. They say, do you need a pen? Yes. As a matter of fact, I need a black pen and a blue pen. Do you have one that writes in black ink and blue ink? Listen to me. Practice on the small things, asking for more. So when it's time for you to get a raise, you feel comfortable asking. When it's time for you to tell your boo thing what you need, you can tell your boo thing what you need with ease. When it's time for you to raise money to sell something, y'all, if you sell lip gloss, stop trying to sell one lip gloss at a time. Ask people to buy 2. If you sell life insurance policies, stop trying to sell one policy at a time. Do your best to sell 2. Get them to get somebody in the room. You practice asking for more. You put yourself in the mindset and the energy space that gives you the comfort so that you're no longer getting along with just enough, but instead you are intentionally believing that it is okay for you to ask. It is okay for you to ask for more, and it is okay for you to live with a cup that runs over. And matters not who knows, matters not who approves. You ask for what you want and you get it. You seek after what you desire and you find it. You knock on every door that needs to be open, and you knock on more than the ones that you need open. One thing I'm completely clear on, that it's time for so many to stop getting along with just enough and put yourself in a position for your cup to run over. Put yourself in a position for men to give unto your bosom. Put yourself in a position to walk in abundance, to live, to sit in the seat of the wealthy, to receive all that you desire and all that you deserve. But in order to do that, y'all, you got to make a decision. You got to shift your thoughts, and you got to start by practicing in your life what you desire to see made manifest in other areas of your life. All right. So, thank you for chatting with me today. Be sure to make this appear on 3 inboxes and on your page. Those of you who are willing and are able, click the subscription button and become a supporter today. And if you want more information about me and what I do, it's manifestmoreresults.com. That's manifestmoreresults.com. So I will see you all on Thursday at 1 o'clock p.m. And listen, I sent out an email to remind manifestors, or to tell manifestors I'll be live today at 1. And somebody said, what time zone? So listen, that's why I say, tell me what city, what state, what country, what continent you're manifesting from. I am in the Eastern time zone. And so most of the time when I send out a message or I post something, I'll do my best to put Eastern Standard Time, but I'm in the Eastern time zone, so it'll always be then. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you deserve to have more than just enough. Make the decision for yourself. Ask for it, and when it shows up, receive it. Go manifest. Love y'all. I am.